Imagine finding a ship drifting alone in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Its cargo is still on board. Food and water remain untouched. The crew's belongings are still in their cabins. But there is no captain, no sailors, no passengers, and no sign of what happened to them. This is the mystery of the Mary Celeste. In November 1872, the American merchant ship Mary Celeste left New York Harbor, bound for Genoa, Italy. On board were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Sophia, and 7 crew members. The ship carried more than 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol. At first, the voyage appeared ordinary, but somewhere in the vast Atlantic, something happened. Something so frightening that everyone aboard may have decided to abandon the ship. Then, on December 4th, 1872, another vessel called the Dei Gratia spotted the Mary Celeste drifting near the Azores Islands. Something was clearly wrong. The ship was moving strangely, and no one appeared on deck. The crew of the Dei Gratia called out. There was no answer. So several sailors boarded the ship and discovered a scene that would become one of history's greatest maritime mysteries. The Mary Celeste was completely empty. Its sails were damaged, and some ropes hung loosely over the side. There was water in the ship's hold, but not enough to explain why everyone had abandoned it. The cargo was still there. There were supplies for months. The crew's personal belongings had been left behind. There were no clear signs of violence, no evidence of piracy, no bodies, but the ship's lifeboat was missing. The last entry in the ship's log had been written more than a week earlier. After that, there was only silence. What could have happened? Some believed the crew had mutinied against the captain. Others suspected pirates. But if pirates had attacked, why was the valuable cargo still untouched? Another theory suggested that fumes from the alcohol cargo may have caused a loud explosion or created fear that a larger explosion was about to happen. Perhaps Captain Briggs believed the ship was in danger and ordered everyone into the lifeboat. Maybe they planned to stay close to the Mary Celeste while waiting for the danger to pass. But if the lifeboat became separated, the small boat and everyone inside it could have been lost in the enormous Atlantic. There were also theories involving storms, giant waves, sea monsters, and even supernatural forces, but none has ever been proven. The Mary Celeste was eventually brought safely to shore, yet Captain Briggs, his wife, his young daughter, and the 7 crew members were never seen again. More than 150 years later, the ship's empty decks still raise the same question. Why would 10 people abandon a vessel that was still capable of sailing? Perhaps the answer disappeared beneath the waves. Or perhaps the Mary Celeste will remain forever, what it became on that lonely day in 1872. One of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries. This is the origins of the mystery of the Mary Celeste.